The actions of first responders during the Walmart mass shooting had life-changing consequences. Police officers, medical workers, and everyday people instantly became heroes. Among them, some young El Pasoans who found themselves on the front lines witnessing and helping to treat that trauma. Good morning, El Paso's Madeline Otterly brings us their stories. Good morning.
A year later, the sights and sounds of August 3rd still linger with medical student Christian Castro. He's one of several Borderland healthcare students who raced into local hospitals following the Walmart mass shooting, running right into that trauma, feeling compelled to go where they could help.
It hit me that whatever is going on, however many people are hurt, the hospital is going to need help.
Most of us run from danger, but on the day of the Walmart mass shooting, Christian Castro ran toward it.
Once I figured out that my immediate family and friends were all okay, my extended family of El Paso, I kind of had the sense of they were in danger. I needed to be there. My community needed me.
Castro is a medical student at Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center.
We came in on the opposite side of the emergency room. It was very quiet, very empty, kind of an eerie feeling. As we got closer, the quiet, eerie feeling kind of changed to this more urgent, louder, noise-filled environment of the emergency room.
At University Medical Center, it quickly became clear no job was too small.
They were receiving these victims as they were coming in, from pedestrian vehicles, from ambulances, and they were meeting them at the door, assessing them within a couple of seconds to minutes. Everyone had a little role to play in that time, and kind of like this little symphony of chaos, it kind of mended its way into taking care of these patients. No one looked at a place. Everyone knew that they had a job that needed to be done.
Healthcare students became heroes, suddenly thrust into the middle of the crisis.
Our students were in clinicals, and they were in the ICU, the emergency department, and also in the OR. And so very quickly, we had to make a decision.
Nursing students at Texas Tech Health Sciences Center went on lockdown, but instead of seeking shelter, they jumped into the fight.
These very young students in their early 20s, mid-20s, suddenly saw combat-level injuries. They saw things they have never seen and would hope never to see again.
A lesson they might not have learned in a classroom, one they likely hoped they would never learn at all.
When you commit to certain purposes in your life, you don't get to ask yourself, I'll do that if that's convenient. And nurses don't have the option of saying, I'm going to stand aside from this crisis. Maybe someone else will step forward.
For Castro, instinct took over.
Everything happened so quickly that it really wasn't until I got home later that night that I had a chance to sit down and take a deep breath and then think wow, this really happened. The families we helped, the families we couldn't help, the patients, the doctors and the nurses, and the things we saw and the things we heard, it kind of rushed in all at once.
Castro knows that even a year later, the impact will last a lifetime.
If it wasn't already clear to me, it became crystal clear that that's where I was meant to be. I was right where I was supposed to be. So it did kind of serve as an example or a very clear magnifying glass for me to see that I truly am on the right path and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and there's no question about it.
I asked Castro how he planned to spend today. He said almost fittingly he'll be back in the emergency department working alongside the surgical team. He says that every day, especially now during the pandemic, brings a brand new challenge, and he can only hope to continue helping as many people as possible. Reporting live at the Cielo Vista Walmart, Madeline Otterly, Good Morning El Paso.